Want to do a question real quick?
Sure.
All right. How do I forgive my boyfriend for calling me unattractive?
Oh.
A few months ago, my boyfriend brought up the fact that he's not as attracted to me as he thought. I guess this hurt my self-esteem a little bit at the time, but ultimately he seemed to have changed his mind and now says he thinks I'm gorgeous. I gave it some thought and decided I would try to move past it because he seemed very genuine and also values me for my personality a lot, which I appreciate. It still does affect me a little bit, and I have doubts that he really has changed his mind suddenly. But I don't doubt that he loves me. I struggle a bit with low self-esteem sometimes, but ultimately I think I'm decent looking. Today there was a new lady who came up to me at work and made a point that she thought I was very beautiful. I get compliments occasionally, and I don't think too much of them. But I ran into her later on in the shift, and she was very adamant that she thought I was so pretty. This made me feel really good about myself, but also sad because I sincerely doubt my boyfriend sees me in this way.
Ooh.
Attractiveness is subjective, and I think there are certain people who are more drawn to my appearance. But even then, my boyfriend is the only person who's ever genuinely called me unattractive. And I'm wondering if I deserve better. I know he loves me and I love him a lot. I feel like I can never fully heal my self-image and self-confidence because I haven't completely gotten over what he said. He's very well-intentioned but struggles understanding communication sometimes. And it can be difficult to feel like my own needs are being met. Should I forgive him or do I deserve better? I want to forgive him and just be happy, but I don't know how that would work.
I don't know. That was really not nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's usually like a projection or like something insecure in him. So he felt like he had to put her down. That's my first feeling on it. What do you think?
Oh, I think he was just being honest. I know I've been through something like that, and it's like,
what?
Well, Jeff told me I was an 8. And
what?
Yeah, this was like way back. And I was like, but I'm like your wife. Like, I'm an 8 to you. Like, if I'm an 8, who the fuck is a 10? You know?
And what did he say?
So the years have come around, and now he's like, you're a 12 or whatever. But he was like, 10 is like unimagiable. And I'm like,
he's so like practical.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that
I feel like Rob would do the same thing.
Like,
you know? Just practically.
I think that the guy was being practical with her. Like, maybe a little bit
too practical.
So that still, it definitely stayed with me. And even though he's like, you're my 10 now, inside I'm like, but I'm not. You know? I could be someone else's 10.
Do you need to be his 10? I guess is my question. Practically back to you.
So here's the thing. I feel like there was certain people, to them I would be their 10, and that feels good. I did not like the way that it felt to be an 8 to him.
Yeah, I guess like it's tough because that's a rough thing to say.
Would you ever say that?
No, I don't think I would ever say that. I know better than to say that.
Right.
But if he, like, it would also make him seem shallow if he's like, you're the hottest girl I've ever met, and that's why I'm dating you. Like, is that going to make you feel better?
Totally.
Okay, well.
One of my favorite memes I've seen was, you're a 10, but you put up with my overthinking, so you're a 100.
Yeah. I mean, I think that once someone says something like that, it's hard to unhear it.
Yeah, like that. So the thing is, it's in your mind.
Yeah.
But I also think that's a bad expectation to expect to be a 10 out of 10 for your partner. Like, I don't expect that from Natalie, for Natalie to think I'm a 10 if she's judging me with the world.
Yeah, I think I'm a little delusional. You know?
I will say, I think
you want your guy to think you're like...
You want your guy to be like, you're so beautiful. You're the,
he does, guys. Just
of course.
Yeah.
Of course he does. Yeah. I just mean to think that like you are the best thing in his eyes, right?
Yeah, but he told me Heidi Klum was a 10.
But yeah, Olivia, do you want him to like say that you and Heidi Klum are the same?
To some people, we might be. You know what I mean? Like some guys might be like, I like him a little shorter. And I don't want those really long legs, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think that ever.
I mean, yeah, I think it's important that he's attracted. I think it's important. I'm going to remove this from you personally because I think it's getting a little touchy. Yeah, I don't think the fact that like I don't think your partner has to think you're the like hottest, most attractive person in the world.
Well, no, that'd be unrealistic.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
like, you don't think Jeff is the hottest man alive?
like if you did, you'd be baffled that he's not on the cover of GQ magazine and doesn't win hottest man of the year every year.
I think Jeff could fucking be on the cover of GQ magazine. I do.
But do you think he is the hottest man alive? Like,
I think Brad Pitt's the hottest man alive.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if Jeff were like in that world, he'd get hot man of the year or whatever.
Hot man of the year.
I do. I think he's a very good.
What is it called?
I think he's a very handsome man.
Sexiest man alive? I don't know.
Sexiest man alive.
I think so.
Yeah, I think if he was like an actor or something like that, he could get like a cover of GQ. I think he's a handsome man.
Let me ask you guys something really quick.
But it's all so subjective. Even that is.
In high school, you know how they do like the class bests?
Yeah.
Like best looking?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At my school, they wouldn't say that. But you know what it was?
What?
Sexiest.
What?
In high
Swear
school?
to God.
What?
Swear to God.
Did you get it?
I'm not answering that question. It was like in the senior paper is where they did the best.
That is so insane.
And I know, I just thought of that right now. I haven't thought about that since high school. But they wouldn't say best looking because they were like, but sexy. It's like that is so much worse.
So unreal. Did you get sexiest?
I'm not talking about this.
She got fucking sexiest.
No, I did not.
It's okay. I got prettiest eyes. According to Jeff, they're hard 8. See, that's what I mean, though. I'm not saying any of it affects anything, but it does stick with you. So when someone says to you that you're not attractive, like I remember this one girl in 9th grade that told me something that hurt my feelings, and it's always stayed with me.
And
it still hurts. She's like, you're only pretty because your eyes, if they were brown, you'd be average. And that is still
of course.
like,
we all have those things.
Yeah, I'm not defending that he said she's unattractive. I'm just trying to break down the practicalities of expectations on attraction in partners or what we think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what mattered to me in that conversation, like the practicality of it. So one time I was getting my nails done and the guy was like, I know what the problem is with women in LA. And I was like, what is it? And he's like, nobody knows their number. They try and date outside of their number. And you've got a bunch of 6s trying to date 10s. And what they should do is they should date a number below them so that they're the ones winning. Okay?
Yeah. I don't love the whole scale thing. Because I like we said
the
before.
The whole scale thing is garbage.
But like we said before, it's like what's attractive to someone is totally different to another person. Like someone's 8 is someone else's.
You're just talking
10.
about looks.
No, it's just like a whole package. But then when I asked him, I was like, well, what are you? He's like, I'm like a 6.
Was he?
No, not the nail guy, Jeff.
Well, that should make you feel better, though.
That's what I mean. Because he was
if he gave you an 8.
Unicorn is a 10.
If he gave you an 8 and he gave himself a 6, that just means he's on a different scale.
Exactly. But the only reason I brought that up is not because of the scale system. It's because when people say things that hurt us, they stick. And it's really hard to get past.
Yes. There's so many things.
Let's hear them.
I know. I'm like, let me list all the things. I don't know.
What hurt you, Rob, that you've never let go of?
I remember someone was drawing a picture of me in Spanish class in high school, and he said I had big ol' eyes. I'm like, I'm just gonna your big ol' eyes, and drew.
I thought you said bagel eyes.
Bagel eyes, yeah.
But what kind of bagel?
Okay, yeah, but what kind of bagel? But why did that bother you?
He wasn't saying it in a nice way.
Yeah. I have big
Oh.
eyes. I'm trying to think. Like
Big eyes
short
are
legs.
good.
I'm short. I got little legs. That's it. No, I'm just kidding.
One
So
time
many
someone said
things.
I was short, and I am.
One time I got voted sexiest person in my high school.
Stop it. Yeah, no, it's interesting though. Those things do stick.
And they seem to stick more than the positive, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Rachel, you got to give us an example before we leave.
I did. Short legs. I have a complex.
Where did that come from? Who said it?
Multiple.
But we're talking about specific.
This isn't multiple choice. I choose multiple.
We're talking about specific instances that have stuck with us.
Yeah, like a guy who was like the most annoying guy I probably ever dated. But he liked to put me down because he was very insecure. This was like late teens, though. This is not anyone people might be thinking of.
So you hear that? Don't fish around and try to put this on Rachel's dating timeline.
Yeah. It was before Rachel.
It was before Rachel was Rachel Bilson.
Shut up.